All right, guys, welcome to a very exciting live stream. Today, we are going to be covering a simple strategy that, well, you can copy if you want to, that has generated $10,000 months. And right now, I'm getting a little feedback there. So now I'm back. Anyway, that's what we're going to be talking about here today. We're going to be talking about how we've been able to do that, but also how you can, well, model it. I'm not going to sit here and say that you're going to have $10,000 months, although you could, but we're going to just walk you through how we're spending 90-minute blocks working on our business. One of those 90-minute blocks is happening right now. Mm-hmm. This is our content batch recording block. And it's generally, we allow 90 minutes. Doesn't mean it's going to be 90 minutes, but we do allow that much time. So before we get rocking and rolling here today, I would like to know if you're watching this right now, whether you're here live or on the replay, let us know, are you currently a business? Are you someone that's selling something? Are you a coach? Are you a course creator? Are you a consultant? Let us know that in the comments. And that way there we know who's viewing these. All right. So we'd really like that. Scotty, I have my iPad all ready to go here because we're going to kind of walk through this. But over the last year, we have been able to do this. We've had several months where we hit 10,000 and we've had some that we've hit close to 20,000.
Yeah. And
now what we're doing is we're helping our clients do the same, or at least we're helping them implement our system, our 90-minute blocks, but also hitting some targets that are helping them grow and build their business. We actually have one of our clients that just followed our little launch strategy and sold out 15 spots in his brand new group coaching, which is pretty amazing. So I can't wait to get started. So Scotty, you have anything that you want to add to that little tee up before we get rocking and rolling here?
No, I'm ready to go. I'm hyped up, man. It's another Monday, another batch session, but especially for those of you who, if you haven't, tuned into one of these lives and what we mean by this little content batch that we're going to do. Number one, it's going to save you time. Number two, it's going to make you really effective at creating these videos. And ultimately, it's going to help you with your business if you do have a business. And if you don't, still going to help your YouTube channel as well. But obviously we're leaning a little bit more into the business side of it because it's what we've done. And this is also something that we started on the other channel on Brand Creators, which is over 100,000 subscribers. And it was one of the key factors into growing that, I think 70,000 subscribers in about 2 years. And, that channel did multiple 6 and 7 figures. So,
yep. Yeah, cool. All right. So let me first say this. We are going to be covering what we call our 100K roadmap. That's exactly what we followed all the way up till right now. And if you're a business owner right now and you want to add $100,000 to your business, YouTube is definitely a vehicle that can help you get there, because what it's going to do, it's going to help you get more leads and more attention on your business. So I've got 2 resources for you that we're going to be talking about. The first one is our 100K roadmap. If you would like a copy of that, put 100K in the comments and we'll send it to you. And the other one I'll get to here shortly, but that is going to be really showing you a very detailed look at how we are building our email list, how we are getting leads. And that's what we're going to be breaking down here today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here real quick, Scotty. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get, oh, there it is. Look at that. We already got it already up.
Yeah, your editor got you.
I know my editor is on the ball. All right, cool. So we're on the iPad here today, guys. So I'm going to break this down. This is inside the 100K roadmap. And when we started this was really modeling what I've already been doing for the last almost 17 years now. And it's funny, good friend of mine, we just actually aired the podcast, Greg Hickman, good friend of mine. Actually, I was one of his first clients back in the day. We're talking over 10 years ago. And he has done several $1 million through his company and his services. But we were literally just talking about this the other day, that there's really only two things that we focused on When we first started, for me, it was over 15 years ago. And for him, it was about, I think, close to that. It was probably like 12 or 13 years. And we both agreed after all of the new things that came out, right? Like you've got Instagram, you've got Snapchat, heck, you've got, what was the other one? Clubhouse. Anybody remember Clubhouse? Let me know if you remember Clubhouse in the comments. Please let me know. Clubhouse, that was here for a day, I think. People were jumping on it. We've heard of Threads. We've heard of what Twitter. Now it's X, like all of these different platforms. The thing is, I started with YouTube. I started with an email list. And back in the day, it was Aweber. And Aweber's still around, but that was the one I used. Okay. So those two things, after all of the years, it all comes back to those two things again. And so what I'm going to be walking through here is really like the importance of these, but also kind of like what you need to be thinking about while you're building out your channel, because your channel doesn't just serve basically getting subscribers or getting views. That's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get attention. So let me just kind of dig in here. So I'm going to be drawing here a little bit and I'm going to be highlighting a few things. But the very first thing that we need to focus on is that right there. And that is the niche. And I'm actually going to, do something else here. We're going to take and make this thing really pronounced, because that right there is super, super important. And I don't care if right now you think you know who you are targeting. Most likely you're not dialed in on that. I know this because Scotty and I have just recently dialed our messaging in, our niche, our angle, even a little bit tighter over the last 3 months. My question to you would be, who are you helping? Let us know that in the comments down below. Who is your niche? Who are you helping? So for us, we can say, yeah, we're helping people that are on YouTube that want to grow. Okay. Very broad. We're helping people that have businesses that want to use YouTube or are using YouTube, but they want to be able to create a system that produces steady leads. Like that's what we are doing. That's what we are focusing on. So we could also go a little bit narrower and go, we're actually helping coaches, course creators, consultants, business owners. Okay. So that's who we are serving. Now, Greg Hickman, good friend of mine, the guy that I was just mentioning, he focuses on helping agency owners. And he helps those agency owners, the ones that are doing done for you services, how to productize their services. So this way here, they don't have to do so much done for you stuff, and they can scale without driving themselves crazy, really, because whenever you have an agency like that, it's crazy because you are managing a lot of people, but you're also then managing a lot of customers and clients. All right. So let us know that in the comments. All right. So very, very important. Now, inside of our, we have a cohort that we're running right now. It's called Steady Leads Accelerator. The first thing that we focused on was getting that messaging right, getting the target right. Like if you had a dartboard and you were like, okay, if I could hit that bullseye, I know that those people that are seeing my stuff, there's a good chance that they would want to buy my stuff. I always say it's like getting on the right stages. If you get on the right stage with your offer, as long as it's pointed at those people, as far as like it's going to serve them, so much easier. But if you are trying to just go out there and say, I want to get views on YouTube and I just want to get a lot of subscribers and I want to get to monetization, you're trying to just go out there and go viral. I'm here to tell you guys, it's really hard. And it's probably not going to be what you think it is when you go viral, which most of you won't. And I'm just going to call it as it is. Like that's just the reality. Okay. So that's not what we started out doing. And that's not what we're suggesting anyone else does. And anyone that we're coaching, clients, we're focusing on this area right here. Okay. So now that I've really made myself clear there, and hopefully you guys put that in the comments, let us know that. All right. Because I'm sure that can use a little bit of work. And if we get that clearer, everything else here that I'm about to share with you is going to be easier. All right. So the next thing that we need to focus on is this guy right here. We need to get the attention. We need to get the attention. How do we get attention? We're posting videos on YouTube. Okay. Now, the videos are not just any videos. We do have to be strategic with those. And we have to know who we are helping. That's why if we go back here, if we go right back here to that little piece, that's why it's super important. Because if we know who the niche is, then we know what videos we need to create that's going to establish the attention piece. Okay. That's what we need to do. I'm going to go ahead and get that out of my way just so this way here, it's not going to distract me. All right. So that's what we need to do there. Now, with that being said, let's get over here. The videos need to help them. That's the one thing it needs to do. Now, there's some things that we could talk about. We don't have enough time today, but we do need to make those videos in a way that gets right to the promise of that video. It has to also have some pieces in there that allow them to possibly want to build a stronger relationship, which we're going to get to. But we really also want them to see our personality. Is our style of teaching, is our style of just how we talk, is that someone that they would resonate with? Do they like your teaching style? And if the answer is yes, then great. Then now all of a sudden, they're going to keep paying attention because they like you and they like your personality. Okay. And then what we need to do is we need to capture that email. So remember what I said earlier. There's two things that I was doing 15 plus years ago that built my first 6-figure business and then went on to build another 7-figure business and then another 6-figure. Like, how did it happen? Those two things. Those are the core things. YouTube traffic, following this, email. Okay. So the capturing of the email is extremely important. Now let's get over to, I'm going to change the color here. Let's get over here now to the relationship piece, because that relationship piece is extremely, extremely important. Okay. And why is that? Who do you buy from? You buy from a recommendation from someone else that you trust, or the person that you're paying attention to and that you've struck up a conversation with, or that you've been getting advice from, or that you've just been talking to or talking with. You start to build that trust. And so that's why we need to be able to start building that. And the way that we do that is through email. Email to this day, people can say it's dead. It's not dead. I mean, we are proof of it. Once again, we started this channel, which is brand new 12 months ago. Built an email list of over, 15,000, but we have 10,900 active right now. And we're getting well over 30 to 40% open rates on every single email. And it doesn't matter what the algorithm does, because we know what our open rates can get as long as we're still delivering that value. So email is extremely important, because what that does is it builds that deeper relationship. And once we build that deeper relationship, that's when we can make offers. But so many people, when they start this, they're like, well, I'm just going to get attention and start making offers. That's the biggest mistake that you can make. Scotty, I'm going to put it to you. I'm going to point it to you. What was the first thing that I said to you?
Hang on. I'm sorry. You glitched out for a second.
Yeah,
You're
I did,
good.
didn't I?
You're good now, though. Go ahead.
Yeah. What was the first thing that I said to you when we set out on this little mission? What was the first thing I said before we even sell anything? What was our mission?
You got to build the audience.
Got to build the audience. That's it. That's all we focused on. Did we talk about what we were going to sell them?
No. I mean,
we the audience.
We didn't even have a lead magnet in place until 3 months in. And we didn't, even with the lead magnet, there wasn't anything to sell on the back end yet. That was just collecting emails and build relationships. We didn't sell anything until what, 4 or 5 months into the channel?
About 4 months.
About 4 months.
About 4 months. Yeah. So I just wanted to kind of point to that, because so many people, they start and then they are immediately like, how am I going to turn this into, how am I going to turn it into money? Mm-hmm. Right. And every single brand that I've started in the past 15 plus years, I've always followed that, and I will never stray from that, because that is what's going to work. And I don't care if you're getting 50 views, you're getting 100 views. I want you to think about this. Those are people, And those are people that are interested in what you have to offer. If you're trying to chase viral, if you're trying to chase trends, it's a losing battle. You might get one to pop, but then you're done. If you just focus on being consistent with those videos that reach the right audience and you build that relationship, selling will become so easy. Okay. So let's keep moving here. Oh, I should have used that other color for, I should have used green for the money one. I guess I'm just going to go to a different color. So the next piece is the money. Okay. That's the piece that everyone wants to focus on. And so what we did is obviously, yes, we can say YouTube, having the YouTube ad money is a bonus. And I think everyone should look at it as a bonus because if you're just banking on YouTube ads, it's going to fluctuate so much. Like we've had months on this channel, $1,800 maybe. My other channel, we had months that were $6,000 on ads, right? YouTube paid us for creating content. And when that happens, you're like, wow, I can just do this. And then all of a sudden you're like, the next month it gets cut in half because the advertisers cut back their budgets, or maybe your views dropped. So we never want to bank on that. I always look at that as like, that's extra. That's extra. And also if you're building the email list, which you should be, you just got paid for that. Last year, we generated over $10,000 in ad money bonus, but we also built an email list of over 10,000 email subscribers of people that are interested in what we have to offer. Okay. So extremely important to understand that. So the next thing in line is like, okay, can you offer or suggestions to affiliate products? I've done over $1 million in affiliate products just from recommending products that we use. Okay. So it's a great thing to have in your back pocket. But again, I wouldn't make that my full business model, but why not suggest things that your audience could use that would help them? Like for us, it's a tool. Okay. So keep that in mind. Sponsorships, that's a possibility. We're not even doing that right now. So I'm just going to take that off, but you do have that option. But the other one here is courses. And I should probably put here alongside here, I'm going to put workshops. Okay. Because that's what we actually started with. And just to kind of test the audience, see if you got some buyers on the list, you could do a workshop. You could charge $27. You can charge $97, whatever you want to charge, but you could do workshops. So courses, workshops, that stuff works. And then what you can do is you can also do memberships. And the memberships, they could literally be, they could be a $10 membership that offers something additional. You could have something that's maybe ongoing support memberships. So funny thing is we actually launched a workshop. We launched a course. We had like a cohort kind of version. And then we added a membership on the back of that. But then here's what we did. You guys are going to find this pretty crazy. But we said, let's see here. Let's get rid of the membership. We don't want to do that right now because it wasn't aligned with where we were going. And so then what we did, and again, I'm just kind of giving you guys the play-by-play. Then what we did was we said, okay, we want to help people get steady leads in their business, because if we can do that, we can help them make more money, which obviously is going to have a good ROI. So what we basically did is we said, okay, let's go ahead and let's create a group coaching thing. And we're going to have 10 people that we're going to help. Actually, let me make that a little, that's a little too fat there. I got to reduce the size. So we did group coaching. Okay. And we basically took 10 people and we generated 15K from that. Now there was a founder's price, which that's going to be double next time. Okay. But we did that because we wanted to get some case studies. We wanted to get to work with people, and we wanted to kind of test the offer and all that stuff. This right here did really well, but we didn't start there. We started right here, and what did we keep doing? We kept, well, let's see here. We kept deepening the relationship. Okay. But we also kept making some offers, finding out what people needed. All right. So with that all being said, what I would focus on to generate a consistent $10,000 plus per month on top of what you're already doing, if you're already doing something, is I would follow this. But first, again, I'm going to circle this one again. This one right here, super important, because without that, none of this stuff is going to work. Because if we have that, we can go ahead and we can go ahead and get the attention. We can create the right videos. We can then help them. We can show our personality. We can capture email. You get the idea. Everything else here works. Okay. And so that's where we're at right now. But we've had months where we did 20K from workshops, from also courses. So when you have these assets in place now, these offers, we just need to keep bringing in the right people. And how do we do that? Well, let me go ahead and get a different color here. How do we get steady leads? Well, we do this. We have videos that go out. Okay. And those videos have a purpose. We're going to help them, help our people, right? Help people. One problem. That's what it's going to do. It's going to solve one problem. Okay? Huge. That's super important. Once we know what that one problem is, it also needs to lead to something that we would offer for help. So for us, we help people with steady leads, which, by the way, guys, I should probably mention this right now. We have a full training that we did free. I'm going to give you guys access to this free. We taught it to a private group of coaches, and we taught it, and we created a playbook, and we're giving access to the actual recording. If you want a copy of this, just go ahead and put leads in the comments. And actually, what I just did there is what we teach. It's part of the steady leads flywheel. All right. And so what happens here now is we have the videos, right? We help people with one problem, but the key is here, and I'm going to walk you through real quick what that video formula looks like. Okay. It looks like this: title, topic. It's going to have intro hook. Okay. And that's usually going to be 1 minute or less. Then it's going to have content sandwich. I love that term that we coined. And what that is part one of the content sandwiched in with a call to action to a lead magnet. Oops. Let me go back here real quick. Use my little eraser. Let's go here. So it's the lead magnet. Okay. That's what that is. We just did that right in front of you. You just saw that. Okay. And then we have part two of the content. Then we have the final next step. And that's generally going to be watch this next. And that's going to create a binge loop. That's what that's going to do. So right there, again, going back here, we're getting the attention in those videos. We're doing it to help them. We're doing it to show personality. We're doing it to capture the email. Every single video, for the most part, is going to have this structure. It's going to have the title, and the title needs to be also something I should probably say. It needs to signal the algorithm. That's also something that we cover in the 100K roadmap. And then you want that intro hook. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get 50 leads per day using simple YouTube videos and only spending 60 minutes a week. That would be the hook. You'd be like, I'm listening, right? So we want to have that strong hook. And then the content sandwich, part one of what that would be. And then this right here, that's the important piece, the call to action. Then we go into part two, final steps, watch this next, binge loop. And that's it. Okay. That's what we're doing. So let me ask you right now, if you're watching this, are you building an email list from your YouTube channel? Let us know that in the comments. Let us know that in the comments. And also, let me know, what was your biggest takeaway from this right now? What was your biggest takeaway? Let us know. All right, Scotty, do we have any quick questions before we move on?
No, I have not seen any questions recently. Got some new people asking for the lead magnets though. I love it. Makes it with I said not yet, no questions yet, but they're tuning in, they're ready. I did want to say, I don't know if he's still on. I saw Corey is a consultant in here. Welcome, Corey. I don't know if I've
Corey
seen you
actually,
before.
I met Corey. He's actually Greg Hickman. He was in one of Greg Hickman's programs.
I figured I was. He
Yep.
looks like he was.
Yep.
I was checking out.
I actually had a Zoom call with him. A great guy.
Awesome.
Great guy.
No, not yet. Building email lists. That's plan G for me. Okay, awesome. Now's the time. Start building that thing.
So let me do this real quick, guys, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, so 90-minute blocks.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the hack, guys. This is what no one's telling you. Right
Okay,
here.
so this is a hack. Okay, I love my little highlighter.
You love that little iPad.
I love it. It's great, isn't it? All right. So the 90-minute blocks look like this. Okay. We have basically, let's see, we have one that happens once per week. We have another one that happens once a week. And then we have another one that happens once a day. All right. So here's what it looks like. Content creation. Okay. Number two. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Weekly. Okay. That's once a week. That's a 90-minute block. We're doing it right now, by the way. Number two is client coaching. Weekly. Right now, we have a cohort that's happening right now. We're entering our 4th week, and it's our Steady Leads Accelerator program, where we're working with people to implement our Steady Leads Accelerator little flywheel. And by the way, if you're interested in hearing more about that, we are going to be opening another cohort in October. It's going to be, I think, 1st or 2nd week in October. We do have people apply because we are looking for a specific type of business or coach or consultant. If you're interested, put coach or coaching down below and we will send you some information on that. So just coach or coaching and we'll send you some info on that. All right. Now, the third block, okay, we have content creation weekly. We have client coaching weekly. We do one 90-minute call. All right. This one here is marketing. And our marketing looks like this. Yep, you guessed it. Email. Generally, it's going to be 3 days a week, sometimes more. And then here, engaging community. Okay. That's what that looks like. Typically, marketing for my emails is not going to take me 90 minutes. but I allow 90 minutes to engage with the community. In that 90-minute block, I am also replying to emails back and forth. I'm also writing an email to send to the list. So that's basically what we are doing. But I would say right now, if you are, let me go here. Let's see here. This right here is a huge hack, guys, because you can create all of your content pretty much in 90 minutes. And I could say probably 3 pieces of content, at least 2. All right. And you're going to see it in real time because we're about to do it. We're about at that point. All right. So hopefully this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments, what is your biggest takeaway from us sharing all of this? Okay. This is our 10,000 foot view of kind of like the 100K roadmap. Here's our steady leads accelerator for the video. That's what we use. That's the format for that. It's really, really simple if you break it down like this, and then our 90-minute blocks. That's basically our business. That's the components. Okay. So I'm just curious. Let us know in the comments. All right, cool. Looks like Russ said right now, I'm not building an email list. My biggest takeaway, I realize there's no real long-term promise of wealth from ad revenue. Yes. And that's a big takeaway, Russ. Big. So absolutely yes. Your intro. Okay. Yeah. So the intro was your biggest takeaway. Yeah. Intros are so important because if you can't have a good hook, no one's going to watch the rest of your content. You know, they're going to drop off. So that's why we really like to focus on that. Yeah. Makes it with AI. Great info as always. I'd love to see you explain, demonstrate how to do these lives on YouTube. It's funny that you say that because we may actually be doing a workshop in the future if we have enough people that want us to kind of break that down. But we've had people in the past ask about like, how are you doing these 90-minute content sessions? And how do you set everything up? How do you get everything organized? What do you do with it after the fact? So yeah, let us know that. I'm glad that you said that makes it with AI. All right, cool. So Scotty, if we don't have any other questions, I can go ahead and stop sharing and we can get rocking and rolling.
Yeah. You ready to go?
Give me a second here. Give me a second.
Yeah. So well, while you're doing that, yeah, I'm saying, guys, there's a bunch of benefits to the whole kind of batching, the 90-minute thing that you're talking about that we're doing. I think the biggest thing which everyone falls into is the time, right? We talk about time, saving time, but also maximizing your time. How many people, and you can even comment on this, how many of you set up your camera and you do 100 tries just to get your video going, right? With a live, you don't really have that opportunity. I mean, you kind of have to keep going. You got to keep it flowing, right? The other thing is it takes away the times you have to edit. You know, you're not really editing much anymore. Where before, if you're shooting a solo shot, you're, cutting everything out. You're doing this. You might add a little bit more. With this, you don't need to, because if your topic's strong enough for it and you're already prepped for it. You know what else I noticed, Dad, that it forces you to do is it forces you to have a really good title before you shoot the video. I don't think enough people do that. I think it's the reverse still. People are starting to understand it, but it's still the reverse where people are like, okay, I have this great idea. I'm going to shoot a video about this topic. And then later after the video, what would be a good title for that? Let me think, right? This gets rid of that. We're not talking about topics. Or here's your title. Shoot a video on that title. Well,
let's kind of show that real quick.
Share that right now. Yeah.
I'll show you guys right now. So today's title was this, right there. The next video that we're going to do right now, right in front of you, is this one right here. Okay. All I did was I made my notes, and then this is going to be the last one that we're going to do right here. Okay. So everything is laid out for me. I'm basically ready to go. But the title is this: Simple YouTube Strategy to Add 10K Months to Your Business. Okay. Brutally honest advice about YouTube and making money in 10 minutes. Now, this might change because it might be 11 minutes. It might be 9 minutes. We're going to dictate that later, but I wanted that in there because that is going to be the format.
Yep.
And then this one right here, 5 ways to generate more income in your business using YouTube. And I just want to go back to our titles and our topics. We are trying to help business owners. Business owners want to generate more income in their business. So why am I using this? I'm also using the number 5 because that is a list that I can cover. And the thing is, people love listicles. Little hack there for you. Use listicles. People love them. And it also makes it easier for you because now you can just talk about that one bullet, that one key thing. Same thing here. Brutally honest. Everyone wants to know brutally honest advice about YouTube and making money. Okay. About YouTube and making money, brutally honest. Now, this one here doesn't say business, but making money, it kind of implies business because people want to make money. Generally, they're in business, not always. And then this is our live stream one, which was simple YouTube strategy. So simple is the key word there. YouTube strategy to add 10K months. And then we have to your business. Now, if you didn't read to your business, you still would look at this and go, it's a YouTube strategy to add 10K months. I want to know what that is. So it's broad, but yet it's narrow. So that's how we are structuring these. These are already decided. We're not going to create the video and then later go, what should we name that? Now we have done that. We've done it actually recently on a couple of the podcasts, and it's hard. So we don't like doing that. Whenever we're doing these, we're going to pre-plan them.
Speaking of that last one, is that what we just talked about? Did you just add that in?
What?
Today?
What's that?
Did you already have that one before I Voxered you today?
Yeah, if you listen to your last Voxer, I said that exact title.
Oh, I thought, cause I was like, oh, you should use that keyword, and then you did.
No, I added both of these in there. I had the doc up when we were talking.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, cool.
All right, we ready to rock and roll? Let's do it.
All right, while you dive in, guys, I'm going to be off cam, but I will be in the chat if you have any questions. If you also, if you need any of the links that we keep saying, hey, comment this or whatever, and you're here live with us, I can't send it right to you live. So if you just go to the description, they are all there. If you're watching this on the replay, feel free to comment, or you can go to the description. It should be there as well. Yeah, any questions you need answered, I will be in the chat doing my best. So you ready to take it away, sir?
I am. I did want to ask one question to the audience.
Oh, okay.
I guess, what is one sticking point right now for you and YouTube? Like for you to be consistent, for you to be showing up, for you to be able to start getting that momentum. What are the things that are in your way? So that's what I would like to know, because if you let us know that, we're going to be able to help you even better. All right. So let us know that. All right.
Jay, I'm going to keep your question for in between the two videos, because that's one that we can definitely answer for you quickly. And yeah, we talk about all that stuff with Kajabi. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. And guys, this is how you would do it. Okay. So it's kind of like you're watching it happen right in front of you. This is behind the scenes. I've already queued everything up. I've got my script, which is just a couple of bullet points or a few. And the titles. All right. So we're going to do the intro. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the little content sandwich that we talked about. We're going to do the outro. We're going to wrap it up. All right. So let's do it. All right. So there we go. We are in. Make sure that we're good and centered there. And I am going to pull up my notes, and we're going to make sure that we are good to go here. We are. All right. Here we go. All right, in this video, I'm going to share with you the brutally honest advice about YouTube and making money. And the thing is, you probably have not heard this before because, well, let's just face it, a lot of the gurus out there are just talking about how to get views, how to get subscribers, how to hijack a trend, and just how to get monetization going for yourself. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's a huge mistake if that's all that you're focusing on. In this video, I want to help you so this way here, you don't make that mistake. All right. Now, this is also, I should let you know, this is something that I've been doing now for over 15 plus years. And it's allowed me to generate 6 and 7 figure incomes off of YouTube, several businesses. So I'm saying that not to brag. I'm saying that to say, this is advice that I would give my younger self, but also anyone else that I'm advising. So let's get into it. So there's going to be 5 things that we're going to be covering. All right. There's going to be 5 things. And actually the 4th one has generated over $1 million. And I didn't even have to really do much other than post the videos. So that one there is a goodie. So let's just get into it. So number 1 is stop focusing on just AdSense, on the 1,000 subscribers, the 4,000 watch hours. Like, yes, do we want to get to monetization? Yes, but we don't want to do it for the revenue. Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Scott? I don't want to make money on ads. No, you do, but you almost want to pretend like that's a bonus, because what I'm hoping that you're going to do is that you are going to be using YouTube to build your business, to bring in more customers, to bring in more leads that lead to clients. If you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a course creator, I want this to be bonus money. All right. So if you've been spending money on ads, maybe you're spending $1,000 on ads every month. Maybe you're spending $10,000. Imagine getting paid $1,000 a month or $10,000 to be able to build your email list. Last year, we were able to do just that. We actually built our email list on this channel, which is fairly new. It's just over 12 months old. And we got paid $10,000 from YouTube, and we built our email list to over 10,000 subscribers. So that's what I would do. It's a little bonus. All right. And that's the first thing that I would say, listen, just don't make that your main priority. All right. Number 2, focus on these 3 or one of these 3 in your niche. First one, health. Does your niche focus on someone's health? Does it make them healthier? If it does, you're on the right track. Now, let's say that you're not into health. Maybe you're not a fitness coach. Well, let's talk about the next one, wealth. If you're going to help someone better their wealth, whether that's you're helping them budget better, you're helping them increase their ranks in their job, or maybe you're helping them make more money in their business like we are. That's the wealth piece. And then the last one is happiness. That could be you're helping someone that just retired and they're kind of bored and they want to learn how to play the piano or the guitar. You're going to make them happier. Or maybe you're going to help someone in their relationship become happier. Now, there are some crossovers here because you could help someone in their wealth and that could lead to them being happier. But usually people are going to be interested in either one or all of those areas. So that's what I would say. Make sure that you're kind of focusing on that inside of your niche. Number 3, you want to build your audience first. Forget everything else. If you are right now selling a product, do not force it down your new subscribers' throats. That's the last thing that you want to do. If you're brand new and you're just starting, don't even think about what you're going to sell them right now. It doesn't matter because you don't have an audience, and you need to build what we call KLT, know, like, and trust. This is extremely important. And every single brand that I've built over the last 15 plus years has always followed that model. And by the way, this is what we call our 100K roadmap. And we're literally, as I am saying this right now in this video, we are following this to a T. And this channel, Live Video School, started a little over 12 months ago. We already crossed $100,000 in revenue, and only 10,000 of that came from ad money. And actually our total number is over 115,000, whoever's keeping track out there. All right. So that's what we want to do though. We want to make sure we're building that audience, and we want to make sure that we're building the relationship with that audience. If you would like a copy of that, by the way, the 100K roadmap that we're following, just put 100K in the comments down below and we'll send it to you. Once again, 100K down below, and we'll send you that. It's an 18-page guide that we have followed, but it's also what I've built over the last 15 plus years, and it's working again. All right, so let's move on. The 4th thing, promote recurring revenue products. This one here, my friends, has earned me over $1 million from really promoting other people's products. And people talk about passive income. This is probably the closest that I've come to passive income. Now, people can drop off. That happens. But honestly, to this day, I still receive a check from something that I promoted 8 years ago. And I'm still getting a check. And I believe the last time I checked, it was probably like $300 or $400. And I stopped promoting it years ago. So that is kind of passive, but that one there at one time was earning me over $7,000 a month. And that was just one affiliate product that I was promoting. And the way that I promoted it was very simple. I demoed the product of me using it and how I used it in my business. So if you're going to sell or you're going to promote affiliate products, make sure that you're actually using them and that you believe in them, or at least that you've tested them and you are a believer in the product or the company. I prefer to only promote products that we are actually using. But that right there has earned me, no joke, over $1 million to date on just promoting other people's products. So look for those recurring ones if you can. Those are the golden opportunities because those are ones that people will join. And as long as they stay subscribed, you'll continue to get that recurring revenue. It's pretty sweet. All right. Number 5 is, and this is a big one, the 2 C's, commitment and consistency. Commitment and consistency. I can't tell you how many people start and stop because they don't see the results. If you stick to it, you really figure out who it is that you're helping, you get really specific on that, and you show up and you help them on a regular basis, this is going to build a relationship with them. But also, even if you're only getting 100 views, 200 views, as long as you are offering something in exchange for their email address, which by the way, we cover that in the 100K roadmap. Once again, if you want a copy of that, put 100K down below and we'll send it to you, because if you are doing that, it's going to allow you to build a deeper relationship, which then is going to also get them to trust you. And what does that do? It's going to help you sell more of your products or the affiliate products that you are getting behind. All right. So that is what I would say. Stay consistent, commit to it, and just keep putting out good quality videos that's going to help that audience. Now, the biggest mistake that I see is people are not building that audience and they think it's hard, but it's actually not. And that's why I shot a video right here that breaks down our full strategy and how we've been able to get these steady leads and build our email list to over 10,000 email subscribers with free content from YouTube. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut. All right.
There he is.
There he is.
Awesome. Well, I know there's a little side note from that video, but let's answer a couple questions real quick. Associates of Wellness did an audit on her channel not too long ago. She said she just finished her video using one of the outlier titles. Awesome. I can't wait for you to post that. I'm excited for you. She did ask if you were using bullet points and not a script. And yeah, that's true. So you saw the list before. It's bullet points and pretty much just to keep him on task of what the 5, especially if you're doing like a specific number of tips or hacks or whatever, you want to be able to make sure you have those so you're not fumbling. So just having those bullet points, and then yeah, there's no script besides that. Now what he has done in the past, and I mean we'll do it if I shoot a video, same thing. If you don't like your intro though, that's the only thing I would redo. If you don't like your intro,
right.
If you're like, wasn't my favorite. I think I could have had a stronger hook. I might redo the intro. And when I say intro, it's usually like the first 30 seconds. And besides that, there's still no script, but it's more of like you kind of have in your head an idea of what you kind of want to talk about. So that would be the only time you'd probably like really restart.
Yeah. I want to say something else too, real quick. We'll probably do a video on this, Scotty. Is one little hack. This is a giant hack, actually. So I'm not reading off a teleprompter, although I am looking down to make sure I hit those points. Well, Scotty's been using a tool And he's been setting it to where the eyes will actually, it'll lift up the eyes. And I know, Scotty, you said it looked a little off at times. I can't see a difference, man. So that has been a savior for me, because now I don't have to have it up higher. I can just basically glance down and then look up, glance down and look up.
Mm-hmm.
So we possibly will do a tutorial on that. But it's a game changer for me, because I want the ability to glance down without actually glancing down in the video. So it's a pretty cool little hack. So we'll probably do a video on that.
Yeah. And then real quick, I don't know if Jay is still on. Just a Kajabi question.
Oh yeah.
Which I have an idea about it, but I'll let you. Let's see if I'm right with one of them. Let's see if I'm right.
Question: when I'm using Kajabi to send my email list, I have a lot of people on my list that are not getting my emails because it's going in promotions. So Jay, my question to you would be: I'd have to look at your email. I'd have to see what you're sending. Do you have graphics in it? So are you using a template with graphics? Do you have a bunch of links? Are you sending images? Are you putting a video in there? Are you making it look all professional? Curious, let me know. And then the other thing that I would say here is, and that I would want to know, like, again, like if we were doing a coaching call, these are the questions that I'd be asking, is that first email that you're sending, what does that look like? Like, what does the email look like that you're sending when someone opts into your email list? I would want to know that. So no, okay. So I'm not using a template, but I do have images and links. Essentially, yes. Okay. Get rid of the images and only put in one link. And also I would say, probably after that email, I'd send another email with no links, and it would just be like, hey, it's Jay, just checking in. I know you just downloaded my steady leads, training. I was just wondering, did you have any questions on it? Let me know, Scott or Jay, right? And what that does, we call that a naked email that has nothing in it. There's no HTML. There's no bolding. Don't do bolding. Highlight and stuff. Don't do it. All of that stuff signals to the spam traps that it could be promotional. So what we like to do in the very early stages is just have it be a naked email. And then from there, once you get through and someone either types back or clicks on a link or opens the email, now all of a sudden you've now proven that you have a connection with this person. So, okay, cool. So, yeah, awesome. So was that helpful, Jay? Let us know.
Awesome.
All right, cool. We good to go, Scotty?
Yeah, time to go into video number 2, last one.
All right, this is going to be the last one. And you guys might notice too, right? The video that I just did and the video I'm about to do, there's similarities. People think, oh, I already covered that. I can't cover that. You can cover it just from different angles. And you're going to see that the next one I'm going to do, it's kind of similar, just a different angle. So always think to yourself, how can I create a video about this topic, but come at it from multiple angles? And that's, in a sense, what we're doing here. So, all right, cool. Let's go. All righty. Here we go. I'm going to get my little cheat sheet up, and here we go. All right. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways to generate more income in your business using YouTube. And number 2 has added $100,000 plus per year passively for several years. And if I want to be honest, over the years, collectively, it's done over $1 million. So let's get into it. Number 1 is the first thing. If you want to get more income in your business, you need to get more leads. Yeah, you got to get more leads. Isn't that what we all want as a business owner? I don't know about you, but I want to get more leads. I think to myself, how do I get more leads? And I call them leads, email subscribers. That's what we're looking for. And the reason why is because I know that if I can get someone to raise their hand that's interested in what we are teaching or what we are sharing, then there's a good chance down the line after we've built a good relationship with this person, they might either hire us, they might join a cohort, they might join a course, they might join a workshop, they might want some extra help. So leads is probably the very first thing that I would be focusing on. The number one thing that I would be focusing on. And actually, recently, we taught a full workshop on our process. We've been doing this strategy now for just about a year on this channel. This is a newer channel. I've had other channels that we've done 6 and 7 figures on, and we've followed a similar model. But what we have done is really turn this into a system. And I actually taught it to a private group of coaches. And it's what we're calling our Steady Leads Flywheel. If you'd like to get access to that training, which I'll give you free, just go ahead and comment leads down below. Once again, leads down below. And I'll even throw in this right here. Yeah, it's a little playbook, and it's got everything that we covered in there. So you get access to that. Why am I doing that? Because exactly what I just said, if you want that, you're going to raise your hand. You're going to be part of our email list. You and I will be able to connect. And who knows, maybe one day you'll want us to help you implement this flywheel. All right. No secrets, no nothing. It's like, that's what we're doing. Okay. And that's what you should be doing in your audience. So number one is get more leads, get more email subscribers so you can build that relationship, so you can get people to know, like, and trust you. And selling be a lot more easy. All right. So number two, you want to find affiliate products. And then what you want to do is you want to spotlight them. You want to spotlight them by not just promoting them. You want to show them in use. How have they helped you? How has it saved you time? How has it made you more money? How has it made you healthier? How has it made you happier? Those are the things that you would want to spotlight. And the best way to do it is show and tell. This is by you actually doing a tutorial, okay, or a case study. This is what I did in my last brand, which did over 7 figures. And I had one affiliate product that very close, almost $1 million over the years of promoting it. And honestly, it was just promoting it with some videos. It wasn't like I was pushing it to my email list or I was telling people that I was showing it being used. And then after I was showing it being used, I would say, hey, if you want to try it, you can go ahead and get a free trial down below. And if you do go through my link, you'll buy me a cup of coffee. And you guys know how much I love my coffee. And then I'll have people email me later and go, Scott, I just want to let you know I bought you a cup of coffee. And I'm like, cool. But people want to go through your link if you provided value. So I always say, find those affiliate products. If you can find them that are recurring, even better, because now you're going to get a recurring subscription that people would then, they wouldn't pay anything extra, that you would be just basically getting them to sign up. And then if they're happy, they're going to stay. And then you're going to keep getting those benefits if that program offers that. Some programs will offer recurring for life of the customer, and some will say for the first 12 months, and some will just say you'll get a one-time affiliate commission. But the ones that are really, really good, they're the ones that'll give you lifetime recurring on that subscriber. All right. So look for those. Number 3, offer group coaching, small group coaching. I don't care if you're teaching guitar, if you are teaching gardening, if you can find a way to coach people or consult with people, and then instead of it doing one-on-one always, you can do group. This way it takes your time of maybe you're going to spend 90 minutes a week with this cohort for maybe, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks, and you charge them a premium for it. You only have to show up that one time and you get to help 10 people or 15 or 20 people. That is something that I wished I would have done sooner years ago. And now we're doing it right here in this brand, Live Video School. We have a cohort we call Steady Leads Accelerator. It's where we work with business owners to help them install our Steady Leads Accelerator little flywheel. And we work with them and we help them. So that is something that I would definitely think to yourself, how could I create a little, even if it's just a little micro group coaching? I'm telling you right now, once you do that, game changer. All right. Number 4, and this would be one-on-one. If you're just starting, that's where I tell all of my clients to start. If you haven't really done any coaching yet or any consulting, do one-on-one, because people know the value in that. And then also you can work directly with them and you learn a ton from doing that. But you also generally get paid a little bit more because it's one-on-one. It's not one-to-many. So that's something that I would definitely add in there, but you're probably going to want to eventually just have a handful of those to keep you sharp. And then from there, you'll do the group coaching. That's something that, again, I wish I would have done earlier. And it's something I recommend to all of our clients that are looking to get some income coming in, but also learning what their customers want and what they need. All right. So the fifth and final is to have that audience collaboration. And what I mean by that is find other people in your industry that you're not competing, you're helping each other. I'm going to give you an example right now. We're about to run a next level coaching summit, which myself and Scotty are creating. I have the help of Kevin Sanderson. Shout out to Kevin, who also did one of my live events a few years back. But we're running this summit. And what this is doing is it's helping us collaborate with a bunch of different coaches in our industry. And what this does is it allows us to share each other's audiences. It also gets us to make connections with them. So we might be able to say, hey, let's do something together. Why don't I do a workshop for your community and you do one for mine? This is a way to spread your message, but also be able to serve their audience as well. So it's a win-win. That is something I think that is underutilized. It's something we're going to be focusing on a lot here in 2025 and 2026. It's something I think is just lacking. And I think we really need to go back to how can we collaborate? How can we do that? And it doesn't mean they have to have massive audiences. We just want people that have a really good product or a good service that we are going to want to get behind. And also people that we just genuinely vibe with. All right. So collaboration is huge. All right. Now, if you have steady leads in your business, I can guarantee that you're probably going to get more sales. Okay. You just are. I mean, as long as they're the right leads, obviously. Right. But that's where a lot of people get stuck and that's where they struggle. And that's why I created a video right here that shows you exactly how you can implement and get those steady leads coming into your business. I show you the full breakdown right here. Watch that video there and I'll see you then. All right, cut.
And post, not really. We got to edit.
Yeah. So that one there, guys. So I say 90 minutes. We allowed 90. I did that. We did this session today in 1 hour and 3 minutes.
And really, it was the two videos that will be Wednesday, Friday, really almost like a half hour.
Yep.
So that's good timing right there. It's great.
Yep. Yeah. So we did pretty good there. And again, so from this, now just put this into perspective for a minute, guys, right? So we showed up live. There was probably 25 to 30 people on, depending. We can go back and look and you can see this, but you'll see like, there'll be probably like 100 to 200 people that showed up within that hour. They were just in and out. Right. And that's fine. Like that's cool, but that's not the goal. The goal is this forces us to sit down and plan it, commitment, consistency, what I talked about earlier. And it's where we're like every Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern, as long as we're healthy, we're showing up. Okay. And there's nothing that's going to get in our way. And then we just got to prepare a little bit before, and then we got to schedule it. Obviously it doesn't take long. And then we put it up there. And then this is going to serve as its own video, because once we're done with this turns into its own video. We've already gotten people that have raised their hand and said, I want the leads. I want the 100K roadmap. Okay. So we've already gotten those. And then when this thing goes and lives on, we'll get them 6 months from now that people are going to watch this. We literally just had someone the other day, and I shared it with you, Scotty, who listened to our podcast, watched our podcast, I should say. And they literally commented, and that was 5 months ago. So these are assets that you're building in your business, and you need to realize that, because when the views are not there, and I'm telling you right now, I get it, but when those views are not there, you at least know that you've created another asset that you could then point people to, or people will find you 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. These are assets in your business, and I just want you to realize that.
Yeah, that's great. And guys, here's the thing too. So like I said before, it's just how easy this makes the whole process. Like, yeah, right now there's a little bit of like fine tuning, but the
Yep.
only fine tuning is cutting where it is. That's literally it. Like, I'm not going to be doing a bunch of edits. Like, and I will say this: you don't even have to do any edits. Like, we could just shoot it straight and put it out there. We've done that, and we've done on the brand creators page too. That some of those videos we're getting 17,000 plus views of no edits, right?
Yep.
So we could do that. We're just trying to, we add a little bit more now just to have it look a little bit more professional for what we're doing as far as branding. And that doesn't mean everyone needs to do that. But I will say this, soon, like you said earlier, Dad, I might shoot a video depending. I'm still deciding if I want to share, the program we're using as far as like, if I want to be an affiliate of them. I'm trying to still see if I like it because I had a little struggle the other day.
Yeah, I would probably hold off, and then we'll keep testing it. And once we feel confident in it, then we can. And that's a perfect example, though, Scotty. Right? Like, it's like if we don't believe in it 100%, if it hasn't checked all our boxes, we're not going to promote it.
No. Yeah, and that's what I noticed because like when we were using it, like I said, it does great for videos like this. When I tried for the podcast, I had some issues. It took me a little bit. Once I figured it out, it was fine, but it took some time.
Yeah.
I want to get rid of all of that. But anyway, the edits, as far as like a couple things you said, like the eye, the eyes looking straight even when you're looking down. Like, there's a bunch of like little cool things that literally is all AI based. I just click a button and it does it. And so again, debating doing that in the future. I still have to reach out to the program and see what their whole affiliate thing is. And again, we don't want to put our name on anything that we don't believe in. So I'm not going to send you to something that you have to get a subscription for and all that if I'm like, it's not worth it. So like, we're currently testing, but hopefully I will share in maybe a week or two if we dial this in, that how we do it super effectively. Anyway, it says Vegan Knowledge said, "Hey, I have a good story for you about how views do not mean anything for leads." I'd love to hear it.
Let's hear it. Why are you teasing us?
I know. A little cliffhanger with the 3 dots. ... Here, Matt's got one too. Random question: should we turn on monetization for live streams, or is that too disruptive for live viewers? You do it after. So when we end this, we immediately will turn the monetization on. So anything after this point will be the ads, because it can get disruptive for the live viewers, and we don't want them to have to tune out, or we don't want them to leave because there's ads popping up or anything like that. Plus, you're not going to get as much in the beginning of your lives. It's more on the replay.
Yep.
Here we go. Yesterday, I did a virtual presentation at my friend's healthy living group at her church. There were only 10 people there, and so far, I already have 4 leads to my email list within 24 hours.
There you go.
Great. That's awesome.
The right stage, right? It's about the right stage. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and we can even attest to that, guys. We had when we opened up our cohort for the coaching, our views recently, and this is a pivot, right, from our other kind of content, but also like what we were promoting as far as like courses and training. It was a little bit different, and our views, I mean, total transparency, guys, our views are now down a lot, like 10x down. Bad. I say bad, but they're the right views. And we're probably averaging between 200 to 500 views. But those 200 to 500 views generated us, close to 20K in a month, and sold out a cohort that, again, we needed 10 of the right people, and we found 10 of the right people.
Right.
So yes, it is very, it's not as important as far as views, but it's the right views.
I love it. If that had been a video, I would have been like, "Oh man, only 10 views. Thank you guys for the new perspective." Yeah. And then that was the hook. That was the hook that they did. It was like, yesterday I did a virtual, got this, got my attention. I'm like, all right, well, let me know. Right. Yep. So that was great. Let's see here. You taught me that too. I should have said comment story, and I'll tell you. That's great. Matt said, yeah, I can attest to. I experimented last week with doing less videos in a week, which equaled less views for the week, but still saw little to no difference in email leads and numbers. Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
really cool. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
And I'm noticing too. Here's the cool thing for us. Again, just sharing all of our kind of back end stuff. So our views may be down a little bit. However, we're still getting pretty consistent leads coming in with some old videos. Here's the cool thing for us. We have a new lead magnet, which is our leads, our steady leads flywheel, which if you guys want that, comment leads. It's a full, there's the book. There's the playbook on top of the video workshop that you'll see. It's all jammed packed in there. However, with that, we're starting now because this is with our pivot is the leads, the steady leads flywheel. And so it's cool now. We're starting to see those leads comments coming in. Even like Dad, I was doing comments today and I saw some from a live stream from 2 weeks ago, some leads coming in. So that's showing me we're starting to hit newer people and we're starting to hit our audience. Because here's the thing, guys, and you know this, if you're watching right now or if you're watching the replay, if you have no care in the world about growing your business or helping your business on YouTube or generating more for your business, you would not comment leads, right? You just wouldn't. You might comment the hooks or the 100K, but you're not going to do leads. So that right there tells me, oh, these people are definitely more into the business side of things. And we're starting to get some of those people coming in, even from old videos from, 3-4 weeks ago that only have 300 views. Right. But it's getting a good lead for us. Right. And so that's a big thing we're starting to notice. And that's the fun in it right there is it's not, and we look more at the comments now than we do the views.
Yeah, and we talked about that. Like if every video that we post in the first 24 hours gets 10 leads, we're like happy.
Yeah, that's great.
Because we know that that's going to continue to get views eventually, Guys, if you see my hand down here, I'm just petting my dog. She wants to come up and get a little bit of attention.
But that's I think too, and hopefully we're getting some coaches out there that are seeing this or some course creators that you can get out of the race of it has to be views. It has to be views first. It needs to be leads first. And how are we going to get those leads? Yeah, more views. Could you get more leads? Sure. But if you're not getting from the right audience, are they even good quality leads?
Right.
No, right? So we want to get those high quality leads that convert.
Hey, Scotty, someone just asked, what is the flywheel? Let me show you what the flywheel is real quick.
Can you bring that up on your page?
Yeah. Not there. I want to remove that. I want to, let's get rid of that. Let's see.
Associates of Wellness, are you, because I know obviously we just did an audit for you. So did you find our channel before we started doing our pivot? Or was it around the pivot time where we started kind of leaning a little bit more into the business?
Well, I think she said I'm from last year, so that would be yes.
Okay.
And so, showing back up.
Because because I know you own your own business too.
Yep. Yeah. So okay. So here, I'll just take you right through it real quick. So this is the 10,000 foot view. So, and I don't have this on my iPad. I'm just showing it over here, but can you see my cursor though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, basically we have a specific niche. We trade a freebie. We collect the email. We attract with video. We design the packaging. We upload to YouTube and promote. That's the flywheel. Then what we do is we fuel this weekly with new content. So this is the content machine right here. So we have the topic, the title, the outline, the package, the upload, the engagement, the promotion, and then the repeating of it. And then that's the machine. The machine, then we feed in that video into the flywheel. But it all starts with that specific niche. And if you didn't realize, STEADY, steady leads. That's what it's all about. So that's what it is. And like I said, everything is kind of like detailed out here. Like that's the flywheel itself. This is the breakdown. And then basically this is where we're helping you kind of identify your specific niche, what you're going to trade for the email, your email collection, like all of this stuff is in here. So guys, if you do want a copy of this and the training that we did, Just comment leads. And that's how it's done, my friends. Just like that. You basically make sure that you're giving something of value. And actually, we've been working with our Steady Leads Accelerator cohort, and we've been helping them implement this. And we're right now, most of them have created their lead magnet. Most of them built out their landing pages and their thank you pages, their email follow-up. And now we're getting ready to get into creation of the video, or the video creation. So these things have to be done first before we get into the video creation, because we want to have that content sandwich that I talked about earlier, where we're making the call to action in the middle of the content. A lot of people will either wait to the very end, and you don't get that opportunity when you're kind of in it. So the other thing I did today, Scotty, that I don't know if people caught, and it just felt natural, but that's why I pieced it in there. But inside of, let me go back here real quick and try to pull up that other one. Let's see here. This guy here, I'll go back here. So if you're looking at this again, if you notice right here, so this is the one video, right? And then inside of here, I put this. Okay. Number 5.
There's your open loop.
That's it, right? So things I want to share in this video. And number 4, earn me over. So 5 things I want to share in this video. And number 4, earn me over $1 million. So see, I set this all up in the intro, and then that got curiosity to want to know what that was. So I literally just, while I was doing this, I just go, you know what? Number 4, that one there was $1 million. So I should probably kind of tease that. So that's what I did. You know, I didn't really think too hard on it. I just said, that makes sense. I'm going to put it there. So I don't always do that. The other thing is the one mistake I've seen people do when they try to do this is they're like, and guys, if you stay to the end, I've got a bonus hack. It's like, don't do that. Don't make people feel like you're holding something out on them. All I did there was I was like, I'm going to share with you 5 things that will add, or that, 5 things that you need to know to be able to grow your business using YouTube. And actually, number 4, earn me over $1 million. So let's get into it. Like, that's it. I just said that. I didn't say like, wait to number 4. I just mentioned it. Number 4 actually made me $1 million. So it's like teased it, right? Opened a loop, but I opened a loop before that needed to be closed. So, and guys, this is stuff that we go deep into in any of the trainings that we go through. So again, if you are part of, or you want to be part of one of our upcoming cohorts, make sure that you put coaches, just put coaches in the comments, and we'll see it. And then we'll be able to reach out to you and give you the details on that. There's going to be another one we're going to be starting. It's very small. They're very small groups. And there is an application that needs to be done for that. But if you're interested, just coaches, or you can just email scott@livevideoschool.com. Once again, that's scott@livevideoschool.com. And just mention that you're interested in one of our upcoming cohorts. All right. So with that being said, Scotty, are we good to rock and roll on out of here?
Yes, sir. Got our content down. Now it's just time to get them snipped up and then scheduled.
Yeah. And guys, pay attention, because this Wednesday will most likely be the second video chunk that I did here in today's batch session. So make sure you do that. And if you guys are commenting leads that you want that, check in the description of this video, because it's probably going to be there for you. So make sure you check the description, or once we're done, we'll put it in the pinned comment as well. So yeah, make sure that you do that. And if you're interested in joining one of our upcoming cohorts, you want us to help you over 6 weeks, just email us, scott@livevideoschool.com, or just comment coaches if this is on the replay, and we'll see it. And then we can share with you what that looks like, and also hear a little bit more about your business. All right, Scotty, I think we are good. Good to rock and roll on out of here.
Got that out in under 90 minutes. About
I know it's under
minutes.
90. It seems like we had enough time to do one more.
That's great. Well, actually,
All right,
last time
cool.
we did, if you think about it, we did do
Yeah.
3 last time.
Yeah. Did we ever ended up repurposing that or no?
I still have it.
Yeah. Let's make sure we get that queued in
Yeah.
so that we're not wasting assets.
But as always, guys, remember, we're here for you. Come on.
Okay. You want me to do it?
No, I'm doing it.
Oh, you're
I
going to
got
do
you.
it? All right. You
Yeah.
ready? I'm going to pull you up.
All right.
Or you want to do it together?
Yeah, together. Yeah. And as
All right.
always, guys, remember, we're here for you.
We believe in you,
We're rooting for you.
but you have to.
You must.
You must say it with me. Say it loud. Say it proud. Take action.
Whoa.
Woo! That's done better when we're doing it live. But anyway, we'll try that
So you're
again.
trying to catch up with me.
Yeah, I know. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.